Hi Mama's Monkey followers, thank you again for stopping by mamasmonkey.com. I greatly appreciate you guys visiting and getting involved in the website. A lot of you have been sharing my posts now, commenting, so I really appreciate the involvement. And actually some of the questions, one of the most popular questions that I have received via comment under either the post on the website or Facebook or something like that is, how did I lose the weight? What did I do to lose the weight post baby? And I honestly, as you might have seen in one of my previous posts, like I just started actively working out. So a lot of my weight loss had absolutely nothing to do with really going to the gym and getting my life together as I should, because I still do believe I'm out of shape. I don't, you know, my body is not, but in terms of being physically fit to run and do certain things, I am like totally not up to par where I need to be. However, a special shout out to my DNA for probably having really dope genes as to why I really didn't have to struggle as much, but I did take a bit longer than I did with my first kid to lose my weight and get back to the space that I was comfortable with. So one of the key things for me was portion control. Portion control was super duper important to me, and I learned that when I was trying to like diet before I got pregnant, and I learned to kind of putting myself on a, whether it be like 2100 calorie diet for the day to help me monitor what I would eat and what I would splurge on, because I love rice, I love bread, I love everything that you're probably not supposed to love. I mean, I'm not really like a big sweets person, but maybe closer to my cycle, I would really just get out of control, like overindulge. Which, as most of you might know, you bloat, you retain water, all those things during your cycle, and then, things that used to fit don't fit, and 3-4 cycles later, you realize half your shit don't fit. And now you wear stretch pants. All those stretch pants are very, very inviting. So don't let nobody make you feel bad about wearing your stretch pants, because they are everything. But one of my secret ingredients to helping to lose weight, eat right, and also added health benefits is arugula. Now it's probably backwards because it's, flip camera on the iPhone. But wild arugula, you can get it from Trader Joe's. This is like $1.99 at Trader Joe's. You can probably get it at your, regular supermarket or local fruit farm. That is where you can go to get this awesome rocket green. And it is called a rocket green because it really gives you a surplus amount of energy. It is an awesome summer green because it is hydrating. It is full of vitamin A, K, and C, I believe. Yes, it's good for mental health as well. It is only 8 calories per 2 cup serving, I believe. So give or take, it's a dope substitute for spinach. It has more iron than spinach and copper. It is also an aphrodisiac for those of you who are really post-baby and you're just trying to get your sexy back and get the energy. If you have more than one kid like I do, where you're juggling a lot and by the end of the day you are exhausted, and then, your partner is kind of like, how you doing? Like, I'm doing nothing because I'm tired. So it's also good for blood pressure, cardiovascular stuff, good for vision. I am blind as a bat. I have on contacts right now, but I really can't see a thing. What else? It's also supposed to be good for your bones and help combat cancer. Don't really know how far that goes, but as per energy, forget it. Like, that is something that I have totally experienced. Like, I will eat that and be like good to go. Me personally, I'm not like a big salad gal, but I do love spinach and love arugula. I used to just eat it raw, the arugula, and as of recently, I've just kind of started tossing it onto my grill, and I'll add some pictures in the post just to kind of how I make it. I have just kind of what I would do is meal prep it, like do some chicken breast, some grilled shrimp, grill it all on my my Lodge grill, and then just slice it up, and then kind of pre-make my salads and just quick grab them and go. And I must say that like within 10-15 minutes after eating the arugula, like I am restored. It keeps your hunger down because I mean it's very filling, like you would a salad, but it really holds you over for a lot longer and it has a lot more benefits for your body. So I mean you can't really go wrong with that. Like that is legit, and if you Google it, you will see like it is like one of the #1 greens to help you like lose your weight and like maintain a healthy weight, because you're still eating, it's still giving your body loads of nutrients, but it has like barely any calories. So it's like the weight, you lose it like this. And like my friends are so aggravated because I would always send like 1,000 pictures and my friends are like, bitch, you look like you eat the same thing every day, which I kind of do. But I'm like, I'm telling you girls, I'm telling you. And some of my friends joined the movement, the arugula movement, and they totally see the difference and the benefits of it. So that is my #1, like number one trick, secret, damn a waist trainer, this and that. Like, even though they may, those do help, but that is like my #1, what really helped me get my shit together, my arugula. Up next is Almacid. I don't know if you can see it, okay? And I will just give you a brief little synopsis about, you know, what it is. It is formulated in Germany, and basically it really helps you reduce weight, inches, and fat, revitalize energy, and restore wellness. It is a protein shake. So let's see. It does speed up your metabolism. It's diabetic friendly. It's gluten free. It's made with soy, was that honey, and yogurt. And it says you mix with 8 tablespoons of powder, 10 to 12 ounces of cold liquid. I don't necessarily use 10 to 12 ounces. I usually mix it in and I have something kind of in here frozen now, in my NutriBullet. And I don't, my bigger thingy to this broke. I never really use the full scoop, the full dosage, I feel like that's the wrong term, but I probably do it about half. I'll probably use about maybe 4 or 5 spoons for that particular size container. That, ladies, and I got that from a relative of mine. My aunt used it and she was like raving about it. She told my cousin told me, she just had a baby. Her baby's 3 months and she looks amazing, by the way. Like, you probably seen her on my Facebook as well. My cousin Paula, she looks dope. So we were like, fuck it, we're just gonna give it a go. So I was like, oh, you know, I'll see, you know, how the protein shake is. And I feel like the last few inches or pounds that I was trying to kind of shed to get to my finish line totally helped me get there. I will include some of my recipes that I use. I use fresh fruits and then I freeze them. I'm not really a big fan of just frozen fruit from the supermarket. I mean, although there's nothing, you know, wrong with that. I mean, I will say that there are times where I will just kind of just go to Trader Joe's and just grab it, but I personally like fresh fruit. So I will indulge and buy a whole bunch of fresh fruit and then cut it all up and freeze it, because I do like my smoothies to be cold. That's my thing. I can't drink nothing that's like not like freezing cold. What I also do is use Power Greens. I apologize, it's already open. Also from Trader Joe's. This is also like $1.99, guys. Do not, for those of you who don't shop there, do not think that Trader Joe's is like Whole Foods, which is way more expensive. It is absolutely not. It's the exact opposite. So these Power Greens are made with kale, chard, and spinach. So I'll grab like a handful of that and I'll toss that in there with my fresh fruit, whatever I'm making for the day. And, you know, obviously these greens are meant to boost your energy, your metabolism, your overall wellness. So that is what I would do. And like I'll drink that for breakfast, maybe into lunch, depending upon the size of the container that I am using. That's what I would probably do most of the time for my breakfast. Not really have the time sometimes to just sit down and eat. And really, like I said, I cut out bread. So it's not like I'm having toast or a bagel or this or that. That brings me to my other point. I completely got rid of carbs and starches. So there was no pasta, there was no rice, there was no potato. Oh God, I love potato. That was a very hard separation, by the way. what else did I say? I said no, I said rice already, yeah. And bread. And bread. And I love like baguettes and Italian bread, like that, like, and at first you might be like, what the fuck? Like, what do you cook as a side for dinner? And that was a little hard at first. I tried brown rice. I tried quinoa. That was cute for a minute. And it went with certain meals. Quinoa did not gel with every other meal, so that was probably the hardest thing, was trying to find sides that you would use for your rice or your potatoes or whatever that make your meals come together. But believe you me, guys, after your first like week and a half, like you kind of don't miss it. Once you adapt, you are perfectly okay. It's fine. Like you don't even miss it. And when you see the results in yourself, it makes you not even think of it anymore, because you're like, well, if this is what I look like having cut those things out of my diet, then it was well worth it. Then it was just what needed to be done. Slightly tipping back to what I made in my smoothies. I also liked this from Trader Joe's. This is banana yogurt. So it's banana and vanilla flavored yogurt, Greek yogurt. And I would add maybe like a cup, give or take, what I was blending it with for the day. You could use regular yogurt, it's up to you. But that's another little trick too. Like if say you run, and I like this because sometimes I will go through bananas and I don't have banana, but I want banana in my smoothie. Dope substitute, really still brings the flavor out of it, and it gives you like that nice creamy substance that you might like in your smoothies. So that is definitely something I recommend. I think this is probably like $2 or $3, which is still kind of, you know, great, because this is what, 2 pounds, it's 32 ounces. So that's a plus. Definitely love that. And the Wave Firm. The Wave Firm is something that I also used, and I put that in my previous post, and I will also add pictures in the link again in this particular post. That is a workout system that I do use at home. I am gradually adding it to a more routine. That is not something that I started out doing. So wanting to be fit, wanting to tone my stomach muscles, and as opposed to, you know, sucking it in and then still looking really slim. You know, I just really wanted to be toned. It's not even a matter of like looking like a broomstick with nipples. I just wanted to lose that that stomach flab, which is a lot harder for us C-section women because we are cut 7 layers deep. So do not be so hard on yourself, and understand that it is going to be hard as shit to do a crunch. It is going to be hard as hell to do leg lifts or curly fries or crunchy fries, whatever the hell that exercise is called, because your stomach muscles are severed. Like, it's not like, oh, they're disabled. No, them shits were disconnected. They are no longer like, they have to refuse. So understand that that process is going to take you some time. Do not beat up on yourself about it. Do not be disgruntled about it, and go at your own pace. Learn what's gonna work for you and build towards that. Let that be your goal. If you can't do a full crunch from the bottom up, do some leg lifts. You know what I mean? There are other exercises that you can do to help you get to that happy medium. I also use the wheel. I should probably have had that next to me. I will probably add a picture of it in the video or the post at the bottom. That you cannot realistically, if you haven't worked out in like 2 years, like myself, you can't just get down and just start doing the wheel, get your crunch on. That's not gonna happen. I did 1.5 and I was like, I think I broke my spine trying to strain to pull back. And so I Googled like how to really use it, or like using the wheel for beginners, and I learned that pushing it up against the wall is a great way to start. So the stronger your muscles get, you back up a little bit more, and you're able to extend your arms out further as you go, and you build up that resistance, and you build up that tolerance within your stomach muscles to the point where you'll be able to do it without the wall. I personally am not still able to do it without a wall, but that is a goal of mine, is to be able to achieve that without the assistance of the wall. And I did walk a lot. I live in Jamaica, Queens. I live by Hillside. And so for me, everything seems uber close. Like if I wanted to go to the fruit market, or if I wanted to walk to the Ave to pick up something from Rainbow or Carter's or something, I would walk it. I wouldn't even drive. I would legit just walk. And for me, from my house to the Ave is probably like 10, 15 blocks, but it feels like nothing. And I would just walk everywhere. I would to Parsons, to stuff. If I had to do anything that was within a 5 miles is probably a bit much, but I would say like, oh, maybe it's not a bit much. No, that's a bit much. So probably like 2.5 miles, 3 maybe max radius, I would walk it. I would definitely get that fresh air, get that vitamin D from the sun, which is really good at just kind of restoring your mental health, getting your body rejuvenated. It's good fresh air for you and the baby. And it's, you know, it's good for your legs, your body. You're toning, you're still walking, you're still burning fat. Very old school way of kind of getting it together. And, you know, you can absolutely wear your belly band and suit up and, you know, try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which does bring me to my waist trainers that I did test drive quite a few during the different stages of my snapback process to help me kind of chisel away or things that I would wear underneath my outfit. So I am going to go ahead and get those and show you what it is that I used and tell you exactly where I got some of those items. So I mentioned that I had a C-section. I actually had 2. Both my kids were cesarean. So in the hospital, they usually give you this after your C-section. Okay, it's cloth, flexible, not hard at all. Please put this on like as soon as they take the catheter out. You need to wrap your stomach, like no bullshit. That helped to really slim me like that. It was so real I brought my own to the hospital. I had mine from my first cesarean section and I was like, yeah. Wore this a lot, you know, my first few stages back home, probably about the first 2 months of my pregnancy, my postpartum, maybe a little longer. With Keaton, I used to wear 2 of these. Like, I mean, this is before like waist training was like a big deal and you could just get a waist trainer and a faja anywhere. I like wore 2 of them. I wore it to bed. I wore it outside. I wore it to work out. And girl, it definitely helps to start to train your body from go. I strongly recommend that as soon as you are, you know, even for those of you who deliver vaginally, I'm not gonna, you know, discriminate against you guys, even though I think that your snapback is probably a little bit easier, but definitely use this day and night, and throw it in the wash because it can get funky from your sweat, and that ain't it. So after that, I ordered this Death Trap, the Hourglass waist trimmer, and I ordered it online, which you didn't really have to because I see this shit in Walgreens now and Bed Bath & Beyond. But I still don't recommend buying it because I still have scars on my upper rib right here from this. And I will include a picture in my post of how snatched, though, it had me. I wore it 4th of July last year to my friend's engagement party. And legit, by the end of the night, I don't know if it had anything to do with my drinking or whatever, but I don't think I put it on since that night. Because it hurt so bad. Like, my ribs hurt so bad. But when I say you snatch it, it really gives you that shape, but it is uncomfortable as fuck. And they say that you can work out in it. I don't see it. I couldn't even think in it. So, which is probably why I consumed so much alcohol that night, to make the pain go away. It doesn't, I don't know if you can see, like, it doesn't bend. Like, so, yeah, girl, it hurts like hell. But it holds you good, so if you're probably just looking to just wear some high-waisted jeans or something and just kind of, do you hear it sound like paper? Yeah. So it is not comfortable. I will say that. It gives you a really good shape though. It does hold you in. It gives you a legit they are licensed to say hourglass shape because it totally gives you that hourglass shape. but it is not very comfortable. So from that, I moved on to a latex one, and this worked for a really long time. I don't know if you can see it. I'm really petite, so I don't have a lot of torso, so I would recommend that if you are a petite woman, maybe try and get this in a short size. I think this is a longer size. So at a point it was stabbing me like up here, and then when I did start to lose weight a bit, it did become a little uncomfortable for me. It wasn't holding me in as much, and you know, the bones in it. And this is a little bit more forgiving, and it really does. It sucks you in. It does that. I will say that. So the latex one is also a really a good movement, especially underneath certain dresses and you know, little things that will work for you. One second, I dropped my other one. I'm back. This is my most recent investment. Really like this one. What company makes this? Let me see. I will also list the names of the companies in my post. This is a Yara Faja, and this is short. As you can see, the difference now in size between this one and this one, you know, for me, this worked best because, you know, it wasn't stabbing me, and I like. I'm comfortable in this. I wear this around the house, and it is very soft. It does have bones. Here's a bone right here, but it is like really comfortable. So this is my favorite one, and a couple of my friends got one. I got this from a Colombian store not too far from my house. I sell like post-surgery things and like teas and, you know, whatever. It's right next to the Ideal on Hillside and like 175. There's like the Chase Bank, the KFC, and the White Castle. And then so like directly across the street, it's like a little, you know, store. And if you're not really looking, you'd probably walk right past it. But they sell all sorts of secrets for us ladies to get our life together, and they sell a lot of those. And so the sales lady in there is so nice, and she'll let you just try a bunch of shit. And so one of my last but not least hold me ins is this, which I love, and I actually had this before I had Callie, and this I got from one of those little carts, those kiosks in Queen Center Mall. My hairdresser had got one, and when she originally started waist training, she was like, yes, girl, it holds me in, da da da. Shout out to S West at Hair Art on Parsons. They are everything, by the way. Simone West just gives your hair life. I'm team natural right now, so I haven't really you know, gone there, but when I was short or when I was doing my weaves, couldn't nobody play in my hair but her. So if you are looking for a really good hairstylist, she is everything. Back to my faja. So I went to the booth and I got it, and the first time I put it on, I almost died, like collapsed. Was in the work bathroom peeling it off of my body because the inside is like got this mix between like Lycra and latex, because you see it stretches, ladies. So it is forgiving. It is very forgiving. It looks slim, but it will give you got room, honey. Bitch. I thought I was gonna asphyxiate at my desk. I literally had to get undressed in the women's bathroom. Like I had to take off everything, peel it, and now because it had been on me, I had been sweating, so it was crazy to try to get off. And if anybody would have walked in the bathroom, they would have been like, what is she doing in the bathroom stall? Why is she on the floor? Like, it was deep. It was deep. Like, I was panicked to the point where I was like, I think somebody's gonna have to cut this off of me. Wasn't a good idea for the first time around to wear at work. But once I knew what I was getting into, I was like, okay, I gotta practice in this little ensemble a little bit. So I did. Love it. It holds me in. I've worn it under a lot of like those little bodycon like summer dresses. Good. Like, I mean, it's seamless. It gives you a really good image. I actually was wearing that underneath my dress in my snapback 2.0 or 2.0 versus my snapback attack. Like those pictures, I was wearing that underneath there. My booty looked like hello, how you doing, in that little one piece. And it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really tell on you. It might enhance you a little bit and hold you in, so it's forgiving. So I definitely recommend getting one of those. And I had another little slimmer that I had gotten from Kohl's. I don't know where it is. I think it's probably in the wash. So I will also just include a picture of it so that you can see it, and just the company. And last but not least, my other secret into helping me lose the weight and getting my body together post-baby was good old-fashioned Slim Fast. Not a fan of the powder mix. I usually got like the pre-mixed bottles, and before I kind of did the protein shake bit, I definitely did this. And I personally poured the bottles and like warmed them up and like drank it like hot chocolate in the morning for breakfast and for lunch. I gave myself a 2,100 calorie diet to start with. So if now, mind you, remember I told you the arugula is like 80 calories, if that, you're drinking a Slim Fast. So that gives you some room to indulge in a few items, you know, a few, you know, sweet snacks, you know, that could, you know, hold you over. You don't have to eat cardboard the whole time. You just got to be really conscious about what you're putting in your body and whether or not you're going to, you know, sacrifice, okay, am I going to have a really big lunch and then I'm going to have a, you know, a moderate dinner? Am I going to have a big breakfast and have a moderate, you know, lunch or a big lunch? Like, you have to really decide what kind of person you are. If you're a breakfast person, if you're, you know, if you got to figure out what that is for you. So that is my Slim Fast take. And I will also show you a few friendly snacks that I also kind of grew to love during this process of holding me over and making healthier choices for what I would eat in the interim of this transition for me. All right, so some of my favorite little snacks to help me get through the day, like, you know, if you're just doing the protein shake or the Slim Fast or whatever, that's obviously not necessarily going to hold over all of your hunger. You still might want like a little nosh or just, you know, something in the interim. So these apple cinnamon sticks, everything, I believe these are like $2 from Trader Joe's. They taste like mini churros or something like that. They are 140 calories per serving. So one serving is what? Oh, one serving is 38 sticks? That can't be correct. Per serving size, 1 ounce. Okay, so 1 ounce is 38 sticks. So, and this container holds 6 servings. So, you know, it's not really super fattening if you just want something sweet and quick. Definitely like those. I also love this Magic Pop. I actually bought the cheese flavor this time, but they have like a regular flavor and like a blueberry flavor or whatever, but it tastes like it's kind of like a rice cake, but with this, it's like, this is, like I said, a cheese flavor. So maybe if you're eating like a chicken salad or something for lunch, as opposed to bread, you could eat it like on this. Like, it's, you know, pretty big in size. You see the shape of it. I'll take it out so you can get a look of it. Okay. I personally, that's what I would like to do. I usually eat my chicken salads. This is only 15 calories. One chip is 15 calories. So if you get the regular flavored one, sometimes if you want to spread something sweet on it, maybe like a little Nutella or some jam or some whatever. It's one of those snacks that I do like. This, love this. I got this from ShopRite, the one by Gateway Mall. And there's another one that I'm all out of. It's like a vanilla yogurt covered almonds. Love that. Love that. Great to just throw in my bag and have as a quick snack. This one has cashews, walnuts, peanuts, raisins, and cranberries in it. So it's a quick little, you know, something you can just have in your bag just to snack on, just to hold you over with hunger. And almonds and nuts, you know, are really good for you. So also the same company. This right here is, I love this. And you don't really feel guilty about it. I mean, it's covered in chocolate, but it's still the same top chip made with wheat and brown rice. 45 calories. Serving size, 4 pieces. So 4 pieces, I guess, is, you know, 45 calories, if you guys can see that. And yeah. So that's like my cheap snacks. And this last one, I just got into this. Although this, I recently paid attention to. I think like the sodium is a little higher than I would like it to be. But again, you know, you're give and take. If you're 2100 calorie diet and you're not really indulging in a lot of other things, not to say that salt is something that you should definitely go ahead and jump up and down and add to your diet. You don't want to have hypertension, obviously. But this comes in different flavors. It's like, this is Caesar, obviously, as you can see. They have like a black pepper, salt and pepper, regular flavored, and there's snow peas, and I'm here for that. Like, I don't know if you also like edamame and things of that nature. So those are some of my, you know, snacks that I have at home to, you know, hold me over. I don't eat potato chips and things like that. Like, this is my go-to for a potato chip. You know, if I want something sweet but crispy, like, that's my go-to. Those are the decisions that you have to make going forward in making sure that you're doing your portion control and you're eating well and whatever. And even if you want a snack or you want to indulge in something, that you're making executive decisions in that. Also, fruit salads are a really, 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 really good way to help you hold over your hunger, as well as, like, you know, cheese and crackers. Just meal prepping in that way is what will really help you lose your weight, as well as if you're going to the gym. Like, that combined, you'll lose the weight in no time because you're controlling the narrative and what you put into your body. I realized, like, if I didn't prep my meals, if I didn't say to myself, okay, this is what I want to eat for dinner, this is what I'm going to do, let me prepare it. You don't. You end up eating out. You end up eating something quick. And like I said, I live in Hillside. So those of you familiar with the area, you got Burger King, you got Checkers, you got KFC, you got White Castle, you have the pizza shop, you have the roti shop. You have everything but, oh, okay, let me grab a salad. Let me grab this. Although you could probably get a salad from McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. But you're not getting like those healthy choices that you know, instinctively would want to have, or like a home-cooked meal, you know, that will be a lot more nourishing to you than it would be with the fast food. So you have to be very conscious of that. If you know that you're a person who's really quick to eat out, meal prepping is going to be your saving grace. Juice. I am not a huge juice drinker, but I will crave a Coca-Cola like nobody's business. Not the best thing for you, but I drank lots and lots and lots of water. No, I didn't really have a lot of like Minute Maids and things like that. I don't drink that stuff to begin with. But occasionally here and there soda. It's my wine that was a hard thing, and I don't even think I was like, I'm really not going to depart from my wine. Like, it's either my sanity or this flat stomach, and I would like to have both. So I figured I would just cut my carbs back in another area. So that's what I did. If I was going to have a glass or two or a bottle of wine, then what I ate was lower in calories so that I could still keep within the range of my diet. Although, you know, for some people, when you do this, you might cut out alcohol altogether if you're that dedicated. Not something that I'm going to do, but hey, I will have in a glass, you know, an occasional glass of wine here and there. I'll go out for drinks. I like a good margarita. Like, that's my thing. So I had to be very realistic with myself as to what I was willing to depart from and what I wasn't going to. So I just knew realistically for me, I was still probably going to have a glass of wine here or there. And so saying alcohol completely, I'm not going to do it. It just wasn't something that I knew was practical for myself. So yeah, so just make sure you feel beautiful and good in the skin that you are in. Do not allow anybody or anything or any one person add or subtract to your self beauty and validation, you know, for that matter. Joke, real joke, true story. My fiance calls me from work and he's like, yo, I got a joke for you. I'm like, what's the joke? And he's like, yo, the word is that you had got your body done, like that I'm at work doing all this overtime to pay for your surgeries. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's like in a millisecond, like my feelings were so hurt because I was like, why would anybody say some shit like that? Like, and I guess for me, because I was, like I said, going through postpartum and going through my own feelings about myself and my body going through those changes, that I was like, who would be so petty? Like, what? And then I say to myself, wait, if someone feels that you look that damn good after having had your baby, that you had to have surgery, that you doing something okay then okay. It went from being something that could have really had me in my feelings to just how petty and sometimes malicious and catty women can be, that they just run their mouth just to have something to say. And on the other side, I was like, you know what? That is probably one of the biggest compliments that I could have gotten during that transitional process for myself, was that other women are looking at me and saying, well, she just had a baby, and the way that she looks is inconceivable in the period of time between her having had her baby and me seeing her now at such an event. So with that being said, you know, sometimes women, you got to learn to find your triumph in sometimes some of the things that could really get you in your feelings. You got to be confident in who you are, especially after having had a baby and you're going through those changes and your body's going through those changes and your emotions are going through those changes. And it's really easy for you to be super sensitive, especially about your appearance. So I just say that to say, be you. Be you, do what works for you, be okay with you and you first. Because when you're in your zone, anything, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, can come your way and you'll be fine. You might put on an outfit and you might not feel as beautiful in it. Don't let that get you down. Like, find something that is going to make you still look beautiful and make you feel confident. Do not shy away from certain things just because maybe right now your body is not where it needs to be. So now you feel like, oh, let me just wear some loose blouse or something. No. Still be trendy and beautiful and fashion forward. Just find something that is going to play up your features and where your body is now, because in a couple of months your body may not be there and it might be in another state, in another state, in another state. And I just want you to embrace those different stages that your body is absolutely going to go through, that your emotions are absolutely going to go through, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do not hide behind you know, almost being invisible. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, because it's going to make you sad, and you can very well develop postpartum depression. And honestly, from someone who's been there, I look at where I am now than where I was maybe a year ago, and noticing the difference in how I manage that. And I can say that when I started to still say, you know what, no, you're gonna look like this, you're gonna still try and get dressed up, you're still gonna try and put the energy and the effort, I noticed a difference in my morale, in my self-esteem, in just my emotional stability when I still did those things. I feel like when I shied away from that and I was like, well, forget it, I'm just gonna wear some stretch pants and a shirt, and because I'm wearing a sweatpants and shirt now, I don't want to do my hair, or I don't want to put on any makeup, so now I'm just like feeling blah altogether. So no, I do recommend that you still cater to yourself. That is super duper important, and all of these things just go hand in hand with each other. So please, ladies, stay beautiful, stay confident. Join the website. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay in tune with all these different posts that I have coming up. And if there's any other questions or anything you guys want to talk about, or you just have an interest in, let me know. Shoot me you know, an email, and I will, you know, get back to you and answer whatever questions, whether it's like where I got an outfit or something that most likely I'll probably list. But if there are any questions that you have for me that's not too goddamn personal, sure, no problem. I'll be more than happy to answer it. So thank you guys again for stopping by mamasmonkey.com, and I look forward to speaking with you guys during the conversation. Take care.